Hi guys, it's Kathryn, and you may notice that I am in a different area, different house, and that is because I'm at my dad's house. Last video I was at my mom's house. My parents are divorced. They have been since I was 2 years old, and they don't really get along too well, so that's difficult. So what this video is going to be is about divorce among your parents. If your parents are divorced and they don't really get along, then I feel your pain. And so I'm going to tell you how I personally deal with my parents' divorce. What I'll go over are the rules between different houses and how you can kind of deal with the different rules and figure out how to remember all of them. I'll talk about if you kind of get into the middle between your parents' arguments, and they kind of use you to get to the other one. So that goes on. I will talk about your future and how the same thing will basically not happen to you and how you can avoid divorce. And yeah, and also how it's not your fault. So to start off, I will talk about the difference between rules among your houses. If you visit both houses, both your mom's and your dad's, because of visitation, you probably have realized by now that the rules between houses are completely different. Or maybe they might not be. In my situation, they are very different in some ways, and they're the same in others. So strictness between houses is different probably. One parent's more strict than the other. Basically, what you have to do is just follow what they need you to do. With grades and everything, with my family, my mom is a lot more strict about my grades. My dad cares about them, but he's not as intense about them. And with my mom, she really she wants me to do well in school because she wants me to get into a good college and everything like that. So I make good grades for my mom, and it's basically just a huge plus for my dad. Also, with hanging out with friends, I'm sure that one parent is more protective than the other. For me, my dad is more protective of me. My mom cares about where I am. She wants to know where I am all the time, who I'm with, etc. But she lets me do a lot more. When I'm at my dad's, he is very intense about getting the parents' phone numbers, the address, the times, everything like that, where I am every single moment. And that's not a bad thing, but I understand it can be a little bit harsh on you and might be kind of tough getting all the information. So basically, again, all you can do is just follow through with it and do what they need you to do. Yeah. And then next is, if you get into the middle of arguments, don't take sides, because that will only cause more problems for you. All you can do is just sit back and just let them do their thing, because you can't do anything about it. I hate to say that, but you cannot do anything about it. You cannot take sides, just love them both the same. And next, it's not your fault. You may think at some points that maybe it was your fault that they got a divorce and that they don't get along, but it's not your fault. It is something that just happened between them, and it's what they have to deal with. Again, you can't do anything about it. It's not your fault, and that's just what you have to keep telling yourself. And finally, about your future in your marriage, just because it happened to them does not mean it will happen to you. One thing I've learned is that all people are different. All people feel different things and have different feelings towards people and just everything. So what you have to do is just find someone who has the same feelings as you and just go along with it. Christian side, God has someone in mind for you, and you just gotta trust that He will lead you to that right person. being a Catholic, I can get married in a church as long as I know that I will not get divorced. If you don't know about the whole Catholic marriage in the church thing, you have to get a priest's, I think it's called an ordination. I can't think of the correct word, I doubt that's right. But he has to basically approve if you get a divorce. When you were married through the church, you have to get the priest's word to get remarried. So you basically just have to trust God and know that he does have a person out there for you. So just because it happened to your parents does not mean it will happen to you. And I hope you find tons of comfort in that, because once again, it's not your fault. You have your own future, you have your own life, and you just gotta go with it. God's got a plan for you. Whether he's calling you to the single life or the married life, you just gotta go along with it and trust that it will lead to something better. So that is it for this video. I hope you enjoy and keep watching for more. Thank you to all of my subscribers and all of the good comments and likes on my first video. That made me really, really happy and gives me more confidence for my future videos. So thank you all, and I hope you enjoy. God bless.